I wanted to know because a lot of people, their fall from grace for Will Smith is about his relationship. You said something that kind of speaks to the way I view incels. They are resentful of women. A lot of them are resentful of women. All fat guys pull.
Honestly,
I can only give you a Windows view.
Your AB wants to let everybody know.
No, I don't know what
that he does this.
Question for you guys is, like, do you think that today, or even growing up, I'll say today, you think there are good male role models?
What is this place?
The Matrix, we're inside the system. It's player versus player out here, man. It's on the street. It's not easy. For every dollar you make, for every pound you take, you took it from someone else. You don't make money, you take money. People don't understand the way that money works. Every single pound in your bank is money you took from someone else.
And that's something very interesting to contemplate, I would say, physiologically and neurophysiologically, but also philosophically, and I would also say to some degree theologically.
Now, let's throw feminism into it, because women, let me tell you this, man. Chivalry is fucking dead and women killed it. So I'm teaching you guys how to be the asshole.
That's the real world. Now, maybe you have more than just some big tits. Maybe you're also a nice person. It's unlikely, but maybe you are.
Fears and ideas successful people use to separate you from them.
Okay, guys, so that hypergamy allows us to manipulate them. Ain't that nice?
Men live in a fact-based reality.
That's the axiomatic structure
So if I was a
of
woman,
prior perception of
animal.
Mental gymnastics.
So if I was a woman,
can't dodging the lasers.
I hate women.
Huh? What?
I'll let you go first because I have, you know.
Not necessarily.
Yeah.
Why not?
That's tough because everything we see on Twitter, which X actually, is a bunch of trolling shit.
Yeah.
Well, at least the part.
Yeah, it's not real life.
It's not real life.
Right?
And then it's like I'm into a lot of urban culture, like rap music and urban shows and etc. And it's like nothing about that teaches you anything. It's like you just see the same shit, same women in the videos. They're all dating the same girls in a cycle, and it's like you don't really learn nothing from it, to be honest.
Some of the role models
back in the day,
since we're talking about Manoshpere
yeah.
and Red Pill, are like, for example, a Sheeko,
with all due respect, they can't tell me nothing.
Andrew Tate.
Do you ever feel like they're putting on a bit of an act though?
Yeah, for the content. But I think Andrew
Tate, yes, but I think he's like
a
kind
businessman.
of no, I think he's kind of like exaggerating everything to get clicks to a certain extent. Because sometimes he'll say, there's a few clips of him saying something so ridiculous, because he says a lot of ridiculous shit. He says something so ridiculous that at the end he cracked and started laughing. So you could tell it's an act.
Some of it's an act, yeah.
But even if it's an act, like some of the stuff is wild, and you should still critique a man for what he's saying, you know. But yeah, no, you have to. It is a bit of an act. What were you saying though? Back in the day?
Well, for instance, it was like, for me, someone who like I looked at and admired was like Will Smith. Stand up, brother.
Bro, I think we all three have that in common.
Yeah.
Bro, I love Will Smith.
I loved him.
Everything about I have the similar life to him. Like you know when you make yourself believe something? I moved from Atlanta and I'm tall and I hooped, right? Like Will Smith back in the Fresh Prince. So I moved from Atlanta. I lived in a solid area. It was like a reverse Will Smith. I didn't live in it was a normal area. Lived in Atlanta. I come to Toronto. I moved in with my short older cousin, his little sister, my aunt, my mom's younger sister. I was singing and dancing. I almost was like doing Will Smith mannerisms. It took my cousin to grow up and watch Fresh Prince to be like, I'm on to you. I see what you do. I'm like, yo, fam. You know, I looked at Will Smith as well. I love Will Smith.
So.
Hello, yeah.
And he was I don't know how to say it. He was like
he was the guy.
He had everything.
The
shows, the life,
the movies, the success.
The success.
Men in Black.
He
in Black.
He played the greatest roles.
Yeah.
He had a show, for God's sakes, about his life. You know what I mean?
Wait, what do you mean about his life?
Technically, like it was
loosely
portrayed about his life.
No. Do you know who Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is about?
No.
The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is about Benny Medina, one of the producers of the show, who moved from Watts to Bel-Air to live with his family. It is not nearly based on Will Smith.
Will Smith did it better.
It's kind of loosely based on it.
It's not. I promise you.
Was Philadelphia born and raised?
Quincy Jones pitched it to him in a freaking lobby, made him audition in front of 100 people. You guys, come on, do your research now.
In 1990, NBC introduced a new sitcom that will be one of the first to bring hip-hop to American television, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. The star of the show was the then 21-year-old Grammy Award-winning rapper, Will Smith, known by his stage name, The Fresh Prince. Being that Will Smith played a fictionalized version of himself on the show, it would appear that the show was based on his life. The story is based on true events, but not of Will Smith's life. This is a story all about how the real Fresh Prince is entertainment mogul Benny Medina. From humble beginnings to VIP status, Benny Medina was a millionaire before the age of 30. As one of
Don't do that.
Why would you? It just feels like the Finding Santa's not real.
No, because like, I'm not.
You
Listen,
ruined the whole thing I was gonna say.
I'll tell you right now, Will Smith don't get no spin where I'm at. Like I lost all my respect.
No way.
Well, I lost all my respect.
Yeah,
Why?
And that's sort of what I was gonna get
That's
at.
what we're getting at. I know you're getting there. Huh?
I see. Look, I love you up. Look at that.
But like, he was somebody that I looked at and I was like, yo, this guy, this is
Epitome of success.
epitome of success. This is the goal you try to attain.
Although to be fair, Jada didn't really have anything to do with that for me.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna go there. I'm not gonna lie to you.
To me she did because she was a part of the perfect picture, the perfect family.
Man's gonna get divorced, man. Man's gonna mash up your whole image of them because they get divorced.
That's the least.
Nah, I swear.
I wish they got divorced now. But like
That's crazy to wish.
but,
Divorce.
Yeah, I'm not-
but
that's
like
crazy.
look at how everything turns now. It's like we always put all these people on pedestals.
Which we shouldn't.
And
That's true.
And romanticize their lives and etc. And put them in a position of success and we want to attain and we have no idea what's going on.
Like
behind
every
closed
relationship
doors.
couple.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Your relationship might be, and that would affect your personal relationships with women. You know what I mean? That would.
I like those tweets. If they don't make it, I don't know who will.
Yeah, etc. Like, and you can't say that because you don't know what the hell's going on behind closed doors. So it's like now in your relationships,
Me and pizza. We're always locked in.
You
Where-
pizza with a Alfredo base.
We're locked in
Not
for
to
life.
you, but-
If we ever break up, be alarmed.
So like where it really affects you now is gonna be now you're subconsciously like, our relationship is a little too toxic. I don't think I want to work through this. I want that.
Yeah, that's so unhealthy, fam.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
Or,
That's the thing
for
that.
instance, you see your homie with his girl, and like you only see the beautiful side of their relationship, and you don't know what's going on behind closed doors. And it's like,
Yo, I had a homie who gave me good advice. It's a tangent, sorry. I was asking about marriage advice. He tells me, yo, I tell my wife, this is what he does. I could tell my wife not to share the things that happen in our relationship. I'm thinking about the negative things because that's what people usually are alluding to. He goes, I tell her to not even share when I'm doing
Good things.
good things for her. I was like, oh, to her friends. I was like, why? Because some man's want to show off to the friend group. Like, yeah, go tell them that I bought you flowers and I did this and that. He goes, yo, don't even tell them when I do good things for you because you might be putting pressure on their husbands.
because the relationship dynamic is completely different.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. So he, mashallah, he's a good guy, very good brother. So he has a very good job. He's doing his duggy, mashallah.
Shout out to him.
And shout out to him. So he's doing his thing and he's able to do a lot for her. But there's a time, relationships ups and downs, like life. There's a time where something was going on in his life and he wasn't able to be as present as he would like. She was very understanding. It was something extreme. And at that time, her friend, her husband was doing the most, mashallah. He was doing a lot for her. But because he already set the precedent for, I don't want the good in our relationship to affect your friends and their relationship, she was able to kind of like in that moment pivot and be like, okay, well now I'm going through something with my husband. He's going through his thing. I'm here to support him, and I won't let what's going on over here let me kind of poison the well of this relationship.
Or give her the ick, basically.
Or give it a ick, yeah. So that's pretty nice. Sorry, I cut you off.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, go ahead.
So you were spitting facts.
Or you were saying something while I cut you off.
I lost my train of
That's why I cut you off. I cut you off.
It's okay.
Will Smith, and why do you said that it has nothing to do with Jada? That shocks me.
Yeah, like I never looked at Will Smith where I'm like, oh my god, man, you back Jada Pinkett Smith, you're the guy.
Why?
No, bro, I looked at that guy like, yo, you made Men in Black,
Yeah.
Independence Day, Bad Boys, back to back to back.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's
what
what
a
I
run.
want.
What a run.
That's a real three-peat. That's what I wanted. That's a level of, because I've been a creative my whole life.
Yeah.
My whole life I wanted to be either in front of a screen or behind it or whatever, just
so
involved.
you were
He was greatly influenced by Will Smith.
yeah, so that means you were adjacent to like this overwhelming pressure in society of like where your success is attributed to like whatever you do in your life, it brings upon the women. You never felt that pressure ever?
I mean, okay, did it ever occur to me when I was a little boy, hey, if I make Bad Boys, Independence Day, Men in Black. It never once occurred to me until I got older. Oh my God, Shorties is gonna come with this.
Yeah,
it didn't occur to me at that time because I was so locked in on, yo, I'm gonna make it. Like, I'm gonna put out these hood classics. They gonna love me.
Classic kills me.
They gonna love me.
Yeah.
You know, and Will Smith, like, you look at him, you look at his career trajectory. You went from being a rapper, no, obviously not a great rapper, but a rapper. You know what I mean? Won the freaking first Emmy, or what's it called, first Grammy for freaking rap music. You know what I mean? You went from that. You went broke. What did you do? Freaking Quincy Jones saved you from freaking IRS.
Mediocrity, yeah.
Saved you from the IRS. What he gave you? He gave you a hit television show, 6 years. In that time, you put out a couple.
He was him.
I know, but he wouldn't have never gotten that shot. Right?
That's true, but there's a lot of great scripts out there.
I don't think the show would have been.
No, there's a lot of great scripts out there that it takes the right person to elevate it.
Yeah.
By that same metric, you realize, and this, mind you, this is a perfect segue.
Yeah.
He didn't get the role of Neo in The Matrix, even though it was presented to him.
Yeah, but it's not that he didn't get it. Didn't he decline it?
He denied it.
Yeah, that was an idiot thing.
Right?
But I think Keanu Reeves was better. Yeah, that was an idiot thing.
To do Wild Wild West.
I think that video was a better fit for Keanu Reeves, though.
But this is what I mean. I'm saying, obviously, that's a separate conversation. Yeah. But I never looked at Will Smith where, like, yeah, you're all of these things because of... No. I was in love with the success.
Yeah.
Because I was like, yo, you know what? This guy...
I see where he's coming from.
Yeah.
This guy's looking totally at, like...
different than
from yours, relation. You know, I rate it. But I wanted to know. Because a lot of people, their fall from grace for Will Smith is about his relationship.
He wasn't successful because of Jada Pinkett Smith.
That's a given, though.
But that's
not the reason why I respected him.
So now you've lost respect for him. And it has nothing to do with Jada.
That's
I
completely...
know this is a segue, but I need to know. No, but what was it then? To give you a quick...
Can I be honest?
Yeah.
Well, After Earth was a terrible movie. But that's not... But it wasn't what... No, but wasn't it? Yeah. Suicide Squad. Freaking...
But that's a bad... But that's... Okay. Will Smith cannot beat the curse of DC.
No, but he could have performed better. Gemini Man.
I love Gemini Man.
Terrible movie.
What?
That movie Concussion. Terrible movie.
No.
Concussion was like a
terrible movie.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna stop it right there. We will agree to disagree. We'll talk about movies at length another time.
Yeah. All I'm saying is I lost respect from him from an aspect of a career standpoint where I'm like, yo, you used to be this guy. You can still act. It's not like you all of a sudden lost the ability to act.
Yeah.
Why are you signing for all these shite scripts? Why? Why are you diluting your brand? Brother, you are Muhammad Ali. You are iRobot. You are...
I get what you're saying.
You know what I mean? You're a legend. You're
I Am Legend.
You're Pursuit of Happiness. That's what you are.
Let me put it in perspective for you. So the question...
We'll wrap it up after this finish. Yeah.
So just about his success and the conversation that we were having at length, for me, I'm talking about the moniker of who he was and what he stood for. And if I'm speaking about him as a man and how he was portrayed to be and all the success that came with him.
No, that's a given, yeah.
Brought the women, the life that he has.
But he wasn't really a gallus, though.
He was.
He was married to a lady, had a kid with her, divorced her, married Jada Pinkett, and was with Jada Pinkett pretty much the whole time.
You don't know what...
Whatever he was doing dirt on the side, we don't know.
If people he was the figure for... Because women romanticized
the Will and Jada love.
Yeah.
Not necessarily that, but like being with someone like him.
Yeah.
And in turn, a lot of young guys looked at him and said, "That's where I need to be."
He was like a clean.
Yeah.
You know how girls want a clean dude that's a hood at the same time and is tall and they can act and they can rap and like he's kind of like the prototypical guy, jock type thing. Yeah, he played ball, he does this.
Yeah, no,
anyways,
versatile.
we talked a lot about Will Smith. I like that perspective of yours. We kind of derailed a bit. I'm gonna bring it back on this question. We said we're gonna come back to this. Do you think that all of the transactional nature of relationships, the chasing of women, the manosphere, the red pill, all the stuff, do you think that this is led to the rise in the incel culture and like how men kind of resent women online?
Facts.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's no qualms.
Okay, how do you guys feel about that?
Men and women relationships are transactional, I believe.
I could be wrong. Again, involuntarily celibate. Yeah. They can't get gyal.
Even if they wanted to.
I can't speak on that because I don't understand it.
Me personally.
What do you mean even if they can?
And it's celibate. Okay, celibate is like...
I don't really like. Once again, like I'm learning from.
I don't know what that feels like involuntarily.
I don't know.
You heard what that man said. He's like,
but I don't know how fake feels. But I do know the transactional aspect of the man and woman dynamic affects your relationships, period, with women.
True.
From a male's perspective. And I bet it works the other way too, vice versa.
Yeah, of course.
So it's
expectations and disappointments.
etc. And if you're not ready to understand.
Conditional, everything's conditional to an extent. We act like it's not, but it is.
It is conditional because a lot of times, as a man, there's a lot of pressure on you from society to be a specific way. Yeah, both ways.
But I understand we're talking about men today.
Yeah, we're talking about men today. We're talking about our perspective.
Our plight.
Yeah. No, with all due respect, no shade, obviously. It's just the pressures that we feel as men.
Of course.
When you're younger, you don't really think about the future.
Yeah.
You're just thinking about the present.
Yeah.
And
Facts.
it allows you to maybe have a little bit more genuine of a relationship in that regard, because you're just going with the flow and the feelings are flowing and you're having fun. But there comes a time where, as a man, you gotta either step up and elevate yourself and your stature and etc. Whatever it is that you want to do. Show the ambition that we spoke about before. Make something of yourself so that you can provide the things that now this girl might not have been thinking about before. She needs from a man. You know, she might not need you. The things that she wants. You know what I mean? Like, are you going to be able to give her financial stability? Are you going to be someone that she can depend on? Are you going to be someone that makes her feel safe emotionally, literally, whatever the case may be? Are you going to be someone who fills a void that maybe she didn't know she had growing up, and etc., and so on and so forth? So those type of things, like, as a man, like, it is transactional because that's the pressure now. You gotta be in the right position to provide those things. So now let's say you're in
a king.
So if you're in a transitional phase in your life.
Kind of shaking it.
Yeah, you're kind of shaking it.
This is a plight of man.
And you don't got it when you're younger. You're thinking, you're not really thinking about it. Like she probably likes me for who I am, and she probably does. But at some point, you got to be something worthwhile. You know what I mean? And when you get older, how it affects you is like, now you may have experienced that, or maybe you didn't, but you're more aware of, okay, if I don't got my shit together, or I'm not where I view myself to be, where I'm ready for this, I'm probably not gonna talk to no woman right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna just do me.
You said something.
My shit together.
You said something. You spin, by the way. I'm gonna give you that. You spin. You said something that kind of speaks to the way I view incels. They are resentful of women. A lot of them are resentful of women, not all of it. And the transaction and the dance that is man and woman, it's almost like they are mad at it.
Oh, of course.
They're mad at it, and it's rather they're mad that they don't, that the expectations are too high, they feel like, or the expectations are too superficial and surface level, and they are mad at the fact that they feel like
they're mad at the list.
They're mad at the list. They're mad at the list. They're mad at the list. I'm not 6 foot. I don't make 6 figures. You know what I mean? I'm not even a 6. You know, I'm shaking it. You know, that's what they're mad at that. So I think that's what kind of leads to, because they're like, they can't get gal ultimately, right?
Yeah.
And it's not the fact that, because a lot of them are not trying to just have sex. A lot of them are trying to actually have genuine relationship with a woman, fall in love.
Yeah.
So it's all. And so you think it's just about sex, is even just about any connection with women, intimate connection with women, and they can't achieve that. And there's a lot of resentment for, like, they only want me if I achieve this level of success. So a lot of them eventually do achieve a level of success because they have a lot of time on hand. They're not talking to girl.
Yeah.
Eventually they do achieve a level of success, and they're almost
start moving sick.
They're so cheesed and they're so angry and they're so resentful of, like, yo, now you want me, fam? You see those memes of the single mother with the 5 kids and the guy with the suit stepping over her, like, get the fuck away from me, whore. They thirst for that moment, that feeling of, like, now I'm sicker than you, now I'm up and you're down.
I'm not gonna lie, I really wanted that moment when I was growing up. I really wanted that. I don't think it's incel. It's just like, there was no opportunity when I was younger where I would be like, you know what? Anybody who dissed me, I can't wait.
You wanted the story of, like, now I'm up.
I wanted people to be like, you know what? I should have never underestimated that kid.
How do you feel that you never? I'm trying that's for roasting the audience.
Listen. I deserve it. That's fine. Okay.
Is that why you often make those jokes about, like, sort of like not really sympathizing, but like understanding the
I do,
incel
fam, because
culture.
I've been there.
You empathize with incels?
I do, because I've been there. I knew what it was like. And it
Well, for
wasn't-
you, it was like
you
it was like the. Well, I mean, I put words in. It was like connection with women.
But you're not like resentful towards women.
I'm not. No, but that's because I've grown. I'm a
It doesn't
grown
have
ass
to be
man
resentful,
now.
yeah.
No, but I'm a
But
grown
you
ass
were
man
at some
now.
point?
I feel like I was at some point.
That's interesting. Honestly, I didn't know that about
I
you.
feel like I was. I could be
Okay,
wrong, right?
Go on that.
So you're
Now-
gonna teach us a little bit about what? Because I honestly.
I can only give you a Windows view.
Your AB wants to let everybody know.
No, I don't know what
That
the
he does this.
No.
AB wants everyone.
He
to
wants
know
everyone to
that
know
he
that
did not
he-
have this problem.
He wants.
He said, "Yo, let me know
everybody.
because I don't know what it's like."
Yeah,
bro.
like listen, bro.
When I don't talk to girl, it's my choice. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
bro. I got my first kiss at
Look at
9.
this guy. I got a white hat on, bro. I got hair coming out the side.
Danger.
You know what's funny? Because for me, the way
Yeah, you changed. You got your braces off.
Yeah, I took it in, bro. Well, I've been
I was still getting them when I had the braces. on, bro.
Holy.
But anyways,
Hey, we shouldn't dap him because this episode's not about
yeah,
rewarding.
100%.
No, I'm serious here. This episode's not about rewarding chasing women.
It's true.
It's about
Have you healed as a man? We're gonna get there.
Yeah, we're gonna get there.
We're gonna get
we'll
there.
make it there.
But no, like for me, like I said, it was never like. I've always and ATL says this about me all the time. He's like a nice behaves like he has a chip on his shoulder.
Oh,
It's not true.
yeah.
It's
No,
not
no,
true.
true.
It's not. I'll tell you why it's
Okay.
not. I look at everything like it's a chess game. Everything.
Mm-hmm.
Some days you're gonna win. Some days you're gonna lose.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, the horsey's sick, right? Some days you're gonna win. Some days you're gonna lose. That's not an argument. That's just the fact of life,
It is what it is.
right?
Mhm.
I look at it like, if I'm gonna lose, I'm not gonna lose on your terms. I'm gonna lose on terms that are acceptable to me.
That is an incel way of thinking about it.
Well,
It's like I'm not gonna lose the game. I won't play the game, and I'm gonna go out on my terms.
no, that's different. I'll still play the game. See, that's why.
Oh, you
it's
still
not-
play the
I'll
game.
still play the game.
Oh, okay.
I'll still play the game.
They won't even play the game.
See, for me, the way I
Let him land.
Yeah.
He's cooking.
Now with me, it was always when I was coming up. It was always like, you know what? People always would underestimate me.
Yeah.
Even though I had all these merits to my personality, people would always underestimate me for whatever reason, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I always felt like I always got the short end of the stick. I never got like quite the respect that I deserved.
You even said earlier that Adam didn't even think you were gonna pull.
No, I'm telling you, people, whatever expectations they'll tell you they had of me,
Yeah,
it's
it's
not
crazy.
true.
Again, AB never. He doesn't know what that feels
He
like.
clearly
No, I
has
know
no
what it's
idea.
like.
Yeah, he looked very nice and crazy.
Crazy.
brother.
But with me, like I
Yeah,
said,
man.
it was always people underestimating me. It was always people never thinking I could do something.
Yeah.
And now that I'm a grown ass man, I look at it and I'm like, yo, a lot of you don't really know me.
Yeah, that's fair.
And this is, mind you, this is not you people who are watching. This is people who know me in 3D, have seen me in real life.
Crazy, huh?
Like, even them, they underestimate me to an extent. I'm like, they forget, like, you know, Nice, he's very articulate, or Nice is very intelligent, or Nice, like, I have a lot of merit. And this, again, I hope that doesn't sound
No, it's
ignorant
not.
at me. You know what I mean? But I related with incels, especially at that time, because I always felt like, yo, you know what? You don't like me because I'm this.
Yeah.
You don't like me because I'm that.
You think you're written off for a surface level thing?
Yeah, like, I used to think that girls didn't like me because I was a fat boy. That's what I used to think.
Well, yo, fat guys pull.
No, I just didn't realize I
Like
didn't
I
have
said,
it.
yeah. Like I said earlier, yeah. I'm. You know, that's self-awareness right there. I appreciate that.
Like, I didn't
A lot
have
of
it.
incels never get to this moment of having self-awareness.
I'm like, yo,
Like I said earlier, like you could be, you know, fat, short,
So nice.
conventionally not
Are
attractive,
you,
not
are you
have
saying
money.
you're an incel?
No. He said he went through
Jason,
it.
Jason,
He said he went
okay.
through a
you
similar.
literally heard me say it in the past tense. You literally heard me say it.
Yeah.
Went through a
Jason,
similar
yeah.
phase where he identified. Would you have called yourself an incel?
Well, no, I didn't know what the term meant. I only learned it.
But
like
now
all
that you
the-
know retro.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Really?
Borderline. Well,
That's what I didn't understand.
Borderline.
So for
absolutely.
me,
You know, Bear Man wouldn't admit that.
But the only reason why I don't call myself a full one is because I still had respect.
They have respect to them and them.
Well, no, even with women, I'd be like, yo, if you don't like me for this reason, fine, that's your choice. Live with it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, I would never go press and be like, oh my God, why? Like, it was never that.
Mm-hmm.
But on the inside, it's like, yo. But at the same time, that's just how it goes. You understand, you grow up, you develop, you experience so much nonsense in your life. Sometimes you're just like, yo, I just don't tickle this person's fancy.
that's that. You
that's
charge it
okay.
to the streets, and that's for me why
Yeah.
when I was saying it may have come off like
Mm-hmm.
I was like shitting on whatever shit that is. I don't really understand what it means to be involuntary celibate, but I kind of am starting to understand it now. Failure or like not attaining, or like maybe the person doesn't like you, is a part of the game. That's how I perceive it. So it's like, it's not. Yeah, sure, it's involuntary.
For incels, it's not about failure. It's about being mad at the rules.
It's the game.
I think it was just tough for me because
You
it
say
felt
it's
like
the
everybody
game.
else was succeeding and I was the only one who was losing.
But you never reference kind of being mad at the rules. They're resentful of the rules, fam.
I mean, I could live with not having bread. I mean, not really, but I mean, at the time, right?
Yeah.
I could live with not having the most money.
Of course.
I could live
Young.
with not being, involved in street pharmaceuticals. I could live with a lot of different things. What bothered me was I'm like, yo, something as simple as me being a chunky boy should not hold you back from my worth as a person.
That's facts.
And I'm not gonna lie, back then some girls that held them back. Some of them
fair.
and some of them were like, yo, I like you. I think you're cool.
Okay.
You're just beat, and I can live with that.
It's crazy.
No, I'm not gonna lie.
I like how you said that though.
No, I know. It's just like
And that happens. You charge the streets.
I've been called a lot of things. I've never been called beat. I will say that. I've been called a lot of things, but
I've been called beat. Doesn't change anything. You're beat to somebody.
He wants to identify with you so much.
You're not doing a good job right now.
No, I'm talking about when I was younger, before I got my braces. I was skinny, kind of small, like short.
Anyway, this has been
etc.
switching
So
gears.
shit happens.
No.
It's been
we're gonna close. I have 2 questions for you guys to close out.
Sure.
There's more?
Yeah, we're almost done. To close out. It's gonna be quick then. Don't make it long-winded.
All right, let's go.
So you talked about being an incel. You talked about talked about
being incel adjacent. That's
incel adjacent. You talked about how the pressure of chasing women. I talked about my ego and women. Do you think that you still, at this point in our lives, you have any toxic masculinity traits? You keep it short.
Yeah, I mean, I still believe as a man I should pay for things. Like go on easy. Like, I'll pay for things. You know what I mean? I also like. I don't know. I was saying it earlier. I don't know if this relates to toxic.
I don't know if that's toxic.
It can be. Like right now, my shorty makes more money than me. I'm okay with that. That's okay. I'll be a trophy.
I think
it doesn't bother me.
The toxicity in it. That word's a little sticky. Toxicity. I think the toxicity of it is like what you're thinking, your intentions while you're doing it. So you're paying for it to be a gentleman.
Yeah, that's all. Well,
that's fine.
Okay, then no.
Sometimes do it on
But it falls into
on the guy.
Then can I be very honest?
Yeah.
I don't think I have any.
Really?
Yeah.
I think you have the most stable.
I don't. I disagree.
What am I missing here?
I would say he has no toxic masculinity traits.
He does.
Name one.
You're an incel.
I just can't. I don't know if I could do some of it here.
Okay, well give me one. Give
one. This is an honesty episode.
No, but watch this. When he says toxic man, it's relating to women, not just toxic.
No, it could be toxic men. How men think above themselves, even.
Okay, so tell me. I dare you to tell me. You're talking to the
I have 3 of them right now that I can't.
So
say
give me one.
I can't say them.
I'll give you one of myself. I think that you can share your emotions with women. I'm not one of these guys like you can't show no emotions. You can never cry. I'm not one of those guys. But I do think that there's a line.
Yeah, there is a line to emotion.
Yeah. So I don't think that you can't cry when a woman, they'll lose respect for you, they'll get the ick. But I think that there is a line.
That's my one too. I think that's.
Yeah. There's a line.
No, you can't co-opt that. Go get your own.
No, it's okay. It's a common one. It's a common one.
I'm gonna elaborate on it for how it affects.
I think there's a line where
listen, we don't have time to elaborate. Just give something else, please.
So for me.
Yeah.
Who made you the rules of the game?
Sorry, okay.
I'm starting to understand how you feel. You see? He's trying to stifle my joy.
Go, man. Talk.
Anyways.
Stifle my joy.
So, for me, it's like, I've never been one to express, like, especially when it pertains to my relationships with women in the past. When something happens that personally affects me, or like the person does something that disappoints me, or does something that I think is wrong, I would never try to talk about it because of that perception of a man isn't supposed to be emotional.
I want to look cheesed.
And I don't want to look like I you know what I mean. I'm catching feelings about it. So what I would do that was very toxic was in the moment I'll try to address it, then I'll be like, you know what, we'll be alright, honey. And I would bury it within me. And then what I started to notice that was toxic about it was now. When you bury something within yourself,
it just builds resentment. Plants the seed.
You build the resentment. Now, every now and then, now it becomes something that's not as serious as that, but it's pretty serious, and you're triggered now. Yeah. And then before you know it, now everything the person does is triggering you, and you kind of
which is your fault.
And you have no one to blame but yourself.
Yeah.
Because that person may have moved on from whatever it was, and because you didn't express how you felt about it, now they're fighting that perception that you created in your head. Because resentment now has you looking at the person in a specific light.
Sticky.
You know what I mean? And you're turned off from the situation. And I used to do that thinking it was a man's job not to express.
I gotta be the rock.
Yeah, you know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think in the
I
past
think all men
relationships
improvement
in the past
movements online kind of preach that to a certain extent.
Yeah.
Don't share your emotions with your girl, which I don't agree with.
To an extent.
I don't agree with. But I agree to an extent where there's a line. Okay, nice. Give us something. You don't think.
Honestly,
you know what? If you don't think you have any toxic traits, how do you practice healthy
You're
masculinity?
moving crazy right now. You have to be a little bit dark. So you
I'm
came
not-
from the
listen,
half it.
I'm
Yo,
toxic.
allow.
I'm toxic with like people, but like when it comes
Yeah.
to like
How do you
wo-
practice healthy masculinity?
That's a great question.
I know how you practice it,
Tell me.
and it's the same answer for me.
Go ahead.
And I think it's the same answer for you.
Yeah.
I would love to hear.
A lot of men don't even have good, healthy relationships with each other. Like they don't. There's a you go to a level. Like we'll play ball together. We might play video games together. We might go munch. We might go do a lot of things together. We might get a little personal. I'm going through one too, but there's also a line with the mandem. I think that you guys.
You're never gonna really share. What
No,
it
but I think
really
you guys
is
and me
like.
as
Yeah.
well have friends and sometimes each other where we will be very
vulnerable. Yeah.
And I think that's not a
not a norm.
That's not a norm. That's health. That's
No.
a healthy masculinity.
No, 100%.
Yeah.
Although if you're talking about me practicing healthy masculinity like myself is nice, what I do. I'm an uncle of a bunch of kids, right?
Okay.
So like my nephews, I always let them know. I'm like, listen, I let them know, I'm always here for you, and I let them know that vocally. Like I don't shy away from telling them that I love them. I don't shy away from like just letting them know that I'm all about you. Like I'm all for that. Even my nieces, my family members, every one of them know like I'm always in your corner. And I say that to you. I say it to my friends too. I'm like, yo, whenever you need me, shit hits the fan, I'm here. I will hold it up. I'm right here.
You never said that to me.
I mean, I'll say it to you now. I'm right here.
He said I said it to my friends.
I'm right here.
I'm fucking with you. All right, guys, that was a very nice, long, detailed episode.
Alright, dude, you
Yeah, fuck you, bro. Fuck you. This is a very nice, long. You gave a 10-minute answer on every answer, and we like that from you, AB.
We like long
We
answers
love that from you, AB. Yeah, bad man, far one, bad man, pull up. That's been another episode of Switching Gears. Sheeko presents Switching Gears.
Thank you.
Follow us at
Switching Gears Pod.
And also at Sheeko.
At Sheeko. What is
Follow
it?
both of them.
Yeah.
Sheeko, yeah.
Follow us on Switching Gears Pod, and follow the Sheeko page, which will be in the description below and on the screen. We love you guys. Another episode of Switching Gears.
Sayonara.
Anita Maxween.
W's in a shot.
God.